What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Remember, we're doing these daily, so if you're interested, make sure you do press the red button, subscribe, and press the bell, and put your push notifications on. If you want to be kept up to date as quickly as possible, it's worthwhile checking out my Twitter and my social media links, which are in description below and popping up on screen. Don't forget, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and also leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, as it helps me out. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to talk first about the ins, and we've got an update on Joao Cancelo. Now, various Italian sources, this is all coming from Italy, they're saying that the situation is, like I said yesterday, that Juventus, they want 60 million euro, not 50 million euro, which was being reported in England. City don't want to pay 60 million euro, they value them at closer to 50 million euro, and so the fee needs to be negotiated and agreed between the two clubs. These Italian sources were speaking that it is possible that Danilo could be in a swap deal. I doubt that it would, but it could well be done. They were talking 40 million euro plus Danilo, which may work. However, that doesn't really make sense because City valued Danilo at around 22 million pounds. So we're looking at about 25 million euro. So 40 million plus a player rated at 25 million euro. We're looking at around 65 million euro when in actual fact Juventus, they want 60 million euro. So it doesn't really make sense, and the Italians are very stubborn when it comes to negotiating in the transfer market with them. They're always looking to try and maximise their player profits by selling them for big and then signing other players and trying to pick up bargains. That's how the Italians are in the transfer market, normally 9 times out of 10. Now, like I said, I don't think Danilo should be included in this deal. One big reason for that, though, is because City value him at 25 million euro, and whilst Juventus might value him at possibly less, it seems that their valuation for him is around 20 million euro. There might be other clubs out there that are willing to pay the 25 million euro that Manchester City are wanting. So it's all about the market and seeing where the demand is. We know Inter Milan are interested in signing Danilo, so there might also, I'm surprised at 22 million pound, a solid right back, that there's not interest in the Premier League for Danilo either. But we'll have to wait and see. This is one of them transfers that for me will take a few weeks possibly to sort out, and I imagine that if anything else warms up, this might the other transfers might take priority over this one, because at the end of the day, a right back isn't the biggest demand that we need right now in positions. Obviously, with Vincent Komapny leaving, so we need a centre back, we need in cover for Fernandinho in defensive midfield. So there's 2 positions already off the bat that, in my opinion, should be put as priority over this Cancelo deal. But as the summer goes on, they should try and work on this transfer. Obviously, it'd be nice to have our players done before pre-season, so we're looking at around 4 weeks time to get some transfers done. I'm hoping in that time City might be able to announce at least a couple of deals in that time to allow players to have a full pre-season to be able to settle. Cancelo might be the one, I'm not too sure. Like I said before and yesterday, Danilo needs to have the foundations put in place for him to leave before Man City even focus on agreeing a deal to bring Cancelo in. Things aren't a million miles away with either of the transfers for Danilo to leave or for Cancelo to come to Man City. However, they need to try and work things out first, and that, at the end of the day, takes time, and it is incredibly frustrating. Now, next up in the ins, and the last in the ins for this video, we've got a Rodri update. Now, apparently, according to sources in Spain, Atletico Madrid are growing frustrated at how long it's taken Rodri to decide. They thought he was keen on an exit, so they'd lined everything up to replace him. Then they've said that there's a club willing to release the clause in his contract, which they believe, or everyone seems to believe, that it is Manchester City that's willing to do that. And then Rodri's come out and says he needs time to think about his future. And the end of the day, my instinct on this transfer is quite negative. Now, I know I try not to be negative towards transfers, but when it looked like he was set to leave and then he's all of a sudden thinking about it, it just cast doubt in your mind. And the way City are in the market, they want players to say, I want to come to Manchester City. No hesitations, just here's a great move for me, I will move. Instead, he's taking his time, and Atletico Madrid are growing frustrated that the time length it's going on longer and longer. And Manchester City, of course, have already lined up alternative players in terms of Llorente of Real Madrid and also Ndombele, another player from Lyon. Now, these 2 players are unlikely to sign for Man City, but should Rodri say, I don't want to leave Atletico Madrid, then of course he'll have to stay. At the moment, I find it very interesting, though, that Atletico Madrid now are feeling the effects of this, and they're growing frustrated at this transfer. I'm hoping we'll be able to get an answer sometime soon. Obviously, Man City aren't prepared to give him too much time either. It seems Atletico aren't either. Very interesting transfer, this one. I'll keep an eye on its progress. Now, in terms of the outs, Man City well, according to the MEN, they've not officially announced, but they have we already know who's going to get released. So they've announced the retain list, and on that retain list of players that will be leaving Manchester City, we've got Vincent Komapny, who of course is going to Anderlecht. Luke Brattan's been released. Cameron Humphreys-Grant has been released. Charlie Oliver's been released. Aaron Nemane has been released, and Tom Dele-Bashiru. So good luck to every single one of them players on whatever the future does hold for them, and I wish them all the very best, and thank you all for your services at Manchester City. Now, last but not least, we've got some contract news. Comes from Leroy Sane. Now, he's still not decided on his future. He's still on international duty with Germany. Once that's cleared, I imagine he'll go on holiday for a few weeks, so we might not get ultimately a decision until he's set to come back. So we might be talking 3 or 4 weeks time. City, of course, are still working with his representative to try and get him on a new deal, but apparently Leroy Sane's mum and also other people close to him, they want him back in Germany. They want him to move back to Germany. But of course, Leroy Sane settled in England. He's got a girlfriend who lives in England too, and she wants him to stay in England. She doesn't want to move to Germany. So we're getting the social side of a transfer, which might be what Rodri's thinking about, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's all about what's best for Leroy Sane, and if he wants to stay at Manchester City, then please sign a new contract. If he wants to leave Manchester City and go back to Germany, then he wants to do that, and then we'll have to negotiate a good transfer for Leroy Sane, and obviously Bayern are going to have to stoop up the money to pay for him, because just because a player wants to sign for a club doesn't mean you can pick up that player on the cheap. You've got to pay money. Look at Eden Hazard, just signed for Real Madrid, talking a deal £88 million. It's rising to over £100 million. He's a player that's right near 30, who's only had 1 year left on his contract. Yeah, you're going to have to stoop up if you want these good players, and that's just how it is with Leroy Sane too. Of course, he's younger than Eden Hazard too, and he's had a good season again. Pay the money if you want him. It's as simple as that. So there we go. That has been the video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not too sure if we're going to get much news over the weekend. If they do, then I will of course bring it to you. I'm hoping we're going to get something big to come out with very soon. I really am hoping we're going to get something. City are being extra quiet. I'm hoping something's in the pipeline. They're just going to throw something out on us. A Bernardo Silva and Edison signing like we did in the past. Just throw something out and then we'll have tons of content to be able to talk about. At the moment, it's all a little bit slow, but of course, 3 to 4 players City will be signing this summer. So make sure, if you want to stay in the loop and stay tuned with all things Manchester City transfer news as it happens, then make sure you stay tuned to my channel, JSGC. By doing that, press the red button and subscribe. Press the bell, and you'll be notified immediately when I have uploaded. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the thumbs up button so I know that you enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think City should sell or keep Leroy Sane? Are you happy with the retain list? Where do you think these players may well end up? What do you think their level is? And also tell me your thoughts on the Rodri deal and also that Cancelo deal too in the comments below. You can go check out my social media in description below and popping up on screen too. And if you want to hit me up with any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, then my email is in description below too, which is jsgc171@gmail.com. So I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next transfer update. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.